Hey guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Tuesday the 26th of June. It's really nice to be with you today. I'm using the amazing Modern Spellcasters Tarot again for today's reading because I really enjoyed using the cards the other day. The colors are so bold and beautiful and gorgeous. It's just really an amazing deck. So we've got the Nine of Swords, we have the Hermit, and we have the Five of Wands. Okay, so the Nine of Swords represents ideas and worry and grieving and really just kind of being overwhelmed by all of your problems. This person is just in despair. He or she is protected by this wolf, companion, familiar, and he's kind of made a ritual of his worry. So, you know, rather than just wake up soaking in sweat at 3 in the morning thinking about how you're going to pay those bills off, he's gone to the top of a mountain and lit some black candles. Black usually indicates absorption of negativity. So he's taken all of these worries and concerns and he's thrown them away. He's thrown them into the circle and he's created a protective circle. This is the Spellcasters Tarot after all. So all of these people are magicians in a way. So he's trying to contain the worry through magic, through creating this magic circle which is absorbing all the negativity so it can't spill out beyond this circle and into his life. So this is a prayer of, you know, the thing that causes me pain, the lack of finances, the lack of health, the lack of fulfillment, the lack of romantic relationships. Any of those kind of things can be something that can cause you pain. And that's something that you can really box off today. I mean, I like this approach in the card, but the way I look at it is you can either be in fear or you can be in faith. And if you are afraid of what's going to happen, then you're running the show and you're worried about what's going to happen, how you're going to pay the bills and how things are going to turn out. If you're meditating or if you're connected to your higher self or connected to a higher power, and you have faith in that higher power, then you know that your life is in good hands, like the best hands possible, and that you're going in the right direction. So it's just a different way of putting it, I guess, because the way I would put it is to take your worries and to hand them over to the universe and to let yourself be free of them that way. And that's surrendering and that's giving up control. This is another way of doing it, which may apply and work better for other people, which is to control the negativity yourself and to use magic to control it so it doesn't affect you anymore. It's a different way of handing it over, I suppose. Instead of handing it over, you're containing it. So this is about managing your worries. The next card is another 9. 9 is the vibration of spirituality and completion. So there's a connection to the higher realms as well. The Hermit is beautiful in this deck. He's this very mysterious, wise man kind of walking through the woods at night. Probably gathering herbs that only kind of bloom at a crescent moon or something like that. The Hermit is a wonderful figure because it's the ability, the maturity to kind of take a candle and to take this flame and the light it kind of casts upon things and to take that candle and to kind of shine the light on in ourselves and who we are and the part we have to play in situations. It's often very liberating. You know, if you're in a fight with your best friend and you're just really hacked off, if you look at yourself and your own part in it, where you were selfish or where you were inconsiderate or self-seeking or something like that, I'm sure something would come up. You know, it takes 2 to tango usually. And the Hermit is kind of the card that is wise enough to say, okay, the truth hurts, but I'm willing to look at it because I only have so much time on planet Earth. and I've got all the keys to the kingdom here. I want to have access to everything. I want to learn everything, and I want to, most of all, learn about myself and who I am. So it's a really nice time to kind of look within and to not let your worries interfere so much, and to just contain those and hand those over, and to look inside of yourself. And then the final card, we've got some really clever young people, that's sarcasm, hacking a beehive just for fun, and they're blindfolded, and this one is just, he's the guilty party. He should not be smiling. He should be ashamed of himself. So the Five of Wands represents trivial conflict. It represents, we've had this quite a lot recently. It's like differences of opinion. In this case, it's someone manipulating for other people, blindfolding them and kind of saying, I don't know, fight each other, or maybe they're in on it. Maybe they know that they're supposed to fight and that they have to avoid a beehive at the same time. So maybe he's just standing as judge and referee. I don't know. Ultimately, the outcome isn't going to be particularly meaningful. First of all, the poor bees lose their home if one of these guys hits it. And the victor he doesn't exactly become the president of a country. He doesn't really become the most smartest, or in this little herd of boys, he's gonna, I don't know, have greater status because he won. But it's not really, in the grand meaning of things, in the grand sense of things, it's nothing. So what you can do today is you can really stop worrying for once. You can relax a little bit and really just know that everything's fine and it's meant to be as it is right now, and that you're in the right place at the right time, and that you ought to connect with other people. Despite the fact that this is stupid and trivial, sometimes we need connections with other people, and to spar with people, and to have fun with people, and to get some fresh ideas in there, and to just shake things up, and to see someone else's point of view. So I don't know, if you like going out, then go out tonight with a couple of friends, or if you like going to dinners, then go to a dinner with some funny friends that you haven't seen in a while and just laugh until your stomach hurts. Or if you've just moved to a new city and you don't know anyone, but you're in recovery or something, then go to a meeting, but connect with other people. Don't isolate. And that's interesting to say, don't isolate yourself, because we've got the Hermit. The Hermit is a guy who lives in the woods. He's usually not this good looking. He's usually a mess. He's usually got like dirt on his face, and he lives in like a little hut made up of sticks. There was a show here in the UK recently on Channel 4 about these people who literally live in the woods in Wales, and they just live off the land. Yeah, and they looked surprisingly together. They were very organized. The woman was clever. She had like a PhD in physics or something. It's not about being alone. It's about being honest with yourself and really illuminating the way you see yourself. For instance, if I realize that I'm controlling and insecure and needy in relationships, then that's going to help me so much when I'm in a relationship, because it's like, okay, there you are being needy again, just kind of, put a lid on that. The recognition of things like that is priceless. So engage in some fun. I often take things quite seriously as well. And this, even though it's just a bunch of boys being stupid, this, if you look at it in a different light, it's kind of funny as well, I guess. It could be. I mean, I guess I'm not... I've got a different sense of humor, I guess, but this can be a positive thing as well, like a little fun fight thing with the added danger of bees. There can be a thrill to be had there. There's danger and there's competition, and some people enjoy that. So if you want to compete as well, if you're into sports, or yeah, really competing with people in a way, like professional gaming or anything like that, or yeah, you just gaming in your own time or playing against opponents. That's something that you'll really enjoy, but it's about the connection with other people. That's really going to give you a break from your worries, a holiday from your concerns and your worries, greater insight into yourself, and the ability to do something today, to take action, which is going to be fun and which is then going to lead to growth in terms of your life and where you're going in your life. If you'll notice, they all have rods there, but the trees above actually have leaves. These things are alive, these things aren't. So they're just beating dead things, which aren't really, yeah, they're not alive. But the action of competition and the friction they create, that creates life between them. And then these leaves start to sprout from these rods because they start to contain that spark of life, and they start to take on a life of their own, and something can grow from this fun experience that you have today. So today, the best thing that you can do on your homework list is to have fun. And that's where you can learn the most and progress most on a spiritual level. And some people find it difficult to have fun. So if you're one of those people, then try it. Go out, even if it's by yourself, or do something that you wouldn't usually do, something that's scary, and just put yourself among the masses and enjoy yourself as much as possible. 9 and 9 is 18, and 5 is 23. 2 and 3 is 5, and 5 in numerology is about freedom. So this is about emotional freedom, freedom from worries and concerns and burdens, being liberated to play and to just be trivial today, and to be a little frivolous and to just enjoy yourself. Good for us that we get to have a day like this. We can be frivolous sometimes. We don't always have to work on advancing and making everything better. Sometimes we can just, you know, skinny dip in a lake and laugh our heads off, and everything's wonderful and hunky-dory. And today is one of those lucky days. And if you can find other people to be silly with, then even better. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to audio reading. In my private readings, I use tarot, astrology, and numerology, and I combine them. So the way I combined the numbers here with the tarot, I combine all three in my private readings. The astrology chart I draw up by using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, I can use sunrise, or I can rectify your chart. That's simply a process where you send me 10 major life events, and I work out the time of birth during that 24-hour period. Once I have the chart, it's a blueprint of you, of your soul, what you're here for. So it shows me where you've been in past lifetimes, what your life purpose is this time around, what your talents are when it comes to work, what's destined for you in friendships and spiritual progress and ideas and innovations and relationships and love and money and children and all of those things. And also I can look at what's coming up in future in each of those areas. So if you have any questions for me, please do get in touch via the website and audio reading there. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and please, guys, do me a favor. If you're feeling generous, then please share this. Take a minute to copy the link of this YouTube video, and please just share it, especially if you're someone who's never ever shared one of my videos before ever. It would really help, because I think the more we can kind of expand this community, I think the more people are going to chime in the comments and you know, have their own kind of things to say and feedback on the day, and it will just become much more dynamic. So I would really appreciate you sharing the video today. Please, please, please. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.